the time has come. I'm gonna take the go-kart out and do a little road test on it and ride it in the backyard. I actually mowed the backyard, so this thing's ready. So what I've done to it, as you can see from the previous video, stage 1 kit from Go Power Sports. I put these larger diameter tires on it, put some paint on it. If you haven't seen the video, go check it out. But I'm going to go take it on a spin, and also remove the governor. Governor is gone too. So I'm going to go take it for a spin, and should do good. So I'm going to go ahead and get this baby started. Fuel on. Choke on. And pull. When it's cold, it doesn't like to start. There it goes. Let it warm up for a second and we'll be good to go. So I decided to take the go-kart out on the street first and foremost before I rode it in the backyard. And I found out real quick that straight pipe is extremely loud. The audio kind of is muffled because the GoPro is in some waterproof case. You'll hear it later though. Turn right here, you can see a speed trap on my street, and when I went by that speed trap, it actually said 16 miles an hour. I was just starting to take off, so at top speed I guess that this thing will do about 25, maybe a little bit more if you want to go that fast. When I came to the stop sign, I sat there and waited, of course, for traffic to go by, and this guy gave me the thumbs up. Obviously he digs the go-kart. Now I'm going to go ahead and ride the go-kart in the backyard, and look how nice the yard looks. I went ahead and mowed it this past week, and it's a lot of work, but it's totally worth it. And you'll see that I'm going to have some trouble here in a second. If you slow the video down, when the chain breaks, you can see the master link of the chain hit my shoulder and then hit my head. It's pretty comical. I wasted that chain. Dang it. Oh well. Get another one on. Keep riding. These are the bolts that go into the lower sprocket, and they were all loose. So let me show you what I did. I went ahead and I put new bolts in there. Put some Loctite on them and tightened them up. Also put a washer on this side of the engine because I wanted to shim it to one side to kind of help the chain a little bit. So now I'm going to put some air back in the tires and got the chain tightened up. And this thing should be good to go. One more thing. This straight pipe is extremely loud. So I'm going to get some footage of the go-kart going around the yard with it straight piped. And then I got this muffler here from Go Power Sports.
and 1-inch diameter exhaust. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut right here and just bolt it up right here to quiet it down, because it is extremely loud. Alright, we're going to get that muffler on, and we're going to have to make some clearance for the chain, because that chain is rubbing bad. Right, got that pipe off of there. Went ahead and marked it with some tape. I'm going to go ahead and cut it right there and slide the new muffler on. Then put the exhaust back on. We should be done. Let me show you what's going on with the chain. You can see the chain in there is rubbing up against this lip on the back of the torque converter. The only thing I'm going to do, trim some material off of that torque converter, and we should be set. Cut. Take that off. See how well this baby fits on there. Oh yeah. Oh yes. That looks really good. Cinch this baby down. Call that good. Maybe a little tighter. That is more like it. It looks way better than it does, or than it did before. Nice new muffler. Let's see what it sounds like now. Much better. It's still very loud, but not nearly as bad as it was before. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to trim that that rear sprocket, and the chain should be completely clear. Now that the muffler's on there, I have a co-driver and a cameraman. You'll probably remember Patrick from the last video with He helped me mount the wheels and tires on this go-kart. He helped me a lot with this go-kart, so I was super happy for him to be my cameraman. So this is his first ride with the chain now clearing and that torque converter trimmed and the new muffler on.
They'll do. Brakes will do. Yeah, you see how it does. See that pipe back there? Sounds a lot nicer with that muffler, dude.
If you listen closely, you can hear the go-kart making a noise. You'll see exactly what's going wrong a little bit later. And now it's time for Patrick to take the go-kart around the yard a couple times. You'll hear the exhaust. It sounds a lot better than it did before. You can hear that the chain is still rubbing a little bit, but it is a lot better than it was before.
Is it hitting one of those bolts? Yeah. I thought so. Wow.
Those new bolts that I put in and Loctited nicely into the sprocket, well, they're hitting the brake calipers. So we got to grind those down and that should fix it.
We got those bolts all trimmed down now and ready to roll. Ooh. Sounds great, dude. Sounds hella good. Just little bugs we gotta work out.
This go-kart worked really good. With the Stage 1 420 kit, just with an intake and an exhaust and a carb jet, it works really good. And with the governor removed, it definitely helps too. I had two people in this thing. Me and Patrick rode this thing, and it did really well. It tossed us around the street and went around the backyard and even slid some of the corners with those meaty tires. I was really impressed. Next up for this go-kart, I think it needs paint. The paint's really faded on it. So one of the colors that I'm kind of thinking, and let me know in the comments if you have any other ideas to paint this go-kart, but I'm kind of thinking Plum Crazy Purple, and that's a Mopar color. Well, it's probably not a Mopar color, but it was on a lot of Mopars back in the late 60s, early 70s. Or pretty much all through the 70s. It was really awesome. And I thought that this go-kart would look great with Plum Crazy Purple. So I think that I'm just going to keep riding this thing, and you'll probably see more videos of this go-kart. But I want to tell you a little bit about another project I got going, which you're going to see in the next video. That is what I like to call the mellow yellow kart. Now, this go-kart, when I started YouTube a couple years ago, this is the first go-kart that I bought, and this is the go-kart that I started making videos with. Unfortunately, I didn't film me painting it, and when I got it,
it looked a lot different. It had a big roll cage on it and that sort of thing. If you want to see pictures, message me. I'll send you pictures. It's really cool. But I'm reviving this, and I want to ride it again. I had the 420 mounted on it, and it was way too much. It spun the tubes and the tires. I'm like, you know what? I have this go-kart to go fast, and I have this go-kart to just be a nice yard cart and have fun with. So stay tuned for the next video, and hopefully I'll have this thing up and running and ready to go. But thank you for watching, guys, and always please remember to like the videos and subscribe. Thanks, guys.